Big Block Bob here. Underneath Lucy, I'm going to tell you about the strange 9-inch third member and some recent upgrades to some gears. Thanks to Big G Auto Service and Big G himself for doing the gear swap for me. Hopefully you enjoy the content. Thanks for watching. Are tearing into my strange third member. We're going to change the gear ratio out for Rocky Mountain Race Week. We have sought out the services of an expert.
Hi, I'm Geoff Dukapolsky, but you can call me Big G. And today I will be doing the disassembly and reassembly of this fine, strange 9-inch third member.
Have you done one of these before, Geoff?
Yes, lots.
Excellent. So we hired the right guy.
I guess. I don't know about hired, but we got the right guy doing it.
Awesome. All right, well, let's tear into it and see what we have. These have about 10,000 miles on them, and it's been abused.
This is my torque wrench. It works both on and off. So we will torque the specs with the... like that.
Yeah. Like butter.
Alright, so we can kind of put this together after we put our bearings in.
As some of you that follow the channel may know, above all else, Big Block Bob is cheap. And so right now, Big G here is going to be pressing off the bearing from a used set of gears I picked up from a good friend of mine. Also from a strange engineering case and housing. It's supposed to have fewer miles than mine, and it's a ratio that I feel is going to help me a little bit at altitude and maybe even a little bit at the home track. So top secret gear ratio for now. Hopefully the 60-foot times come around a little bit more. And anyway, so we're making him do extra work because I was too cheap to just buy a brand new set of gears that didn't already have a bearing on them. So here we are. We're going to take it off.
Race that was laying around in my array of races, and it's pushing on the inner race of this bearing, so we're not touching the rollers, we're not touching the cage. And then there's this big spacer. Because it's upside down, I can use gravity to put this spacer right centered where it needs to be. We should be able to just push this guy right on. Okay, put some grease on these bearings because that's the way they're going to be in the car. They're going to be oily and stuff like that. I want to make sure that when we tighten them down and we're checking them, that they're not dry new bearings. I'm going to put it together without the pinion seal because this is a shim setup. If I'm too tight, I'll have to take it back apart. If I'm too loose, I'll have to take it back apart and re-shim it. So that way I don't ruin the one pinion seal that we have that we know is good. And then once I get to the proper preload after this is together, then I'll take it apart, put the seal in it, and call it done. Alright, so feels kind of tight. We're going to measure pinion preload. Whatever this torque wrench reads while it's spinning is our preload. We want to be somewhere around 30, 35, somewhere in that area. It's not too tight. We're right at the 30. See that? Here, let me come around to you. What do you see?
I'll have to play it back to see. I'll take it.
I saw 30.
It seemed like it, just from the naked eye.
Yeah. Yeah, a little over 30, but that's good. So we can take this back apart, put the seal in it, and this piece is done.
Awesome.
Here's another thing I like to do to keep them from leaking. This has like a groove, real small, but that's where the old seal used to ride. We're going to kind of scuff that up with some emery cloth. Get a nice surface for our new seal to ride on.
Looks good.
We'll clean the grid off of it. Alright, and then one other thing, I'm going to put some lube on the outside of here for our seal, and I'm going to put some sealer on the inside of here so oil doesn't creep up past the splines and squirt out the nut area. Which is the space between the ring gear and the pinion. It's supposed to be 8/1000ths. I got this dial indicator set up on the ring gear tooth. We just basically wiggle it back and forth. Looks like right on 8 to me. So what I'm going to do is paint the teeth. We're going to roll a pattern. If it looks good, we'll take it back apart, put it all back together with all the seals and call it done.
Action.
All right, I'm painting 3 teeth in one spot here. And I'm just getting, I don't even know what this stuff is. It's just some special stuff that comes in gear kits or something. I like the yellow stuff. The white stuff seems more like it's grease, but yellow stuff paints on, wipes off nicely when you're rolling a pattern. It's easy to read. So right now I'm painting the coast side, which isn't as important as the drive side. And I got 3 teeth, drive and coast, painted all the way across. And then I'm going to turn the pinion and drive it through there and kind of load it. I may have you, Big Black Bob, stick a pry bar in there and kind of put some load on it while I turn it. And then we'll see what kind of pattern it rolls. So right about there. You get to be the loader.
Action.
Okay, now I'm measuring total preload, which is the pinion preload plus carrier preload, and I'm reading right at 40. There goes the calibration of that tool, which is good. So we're going to leave it there.
40 inch-pounds.
40 inch-pounds of rotating torque for the whole mess.
All right. And you gave a theory a minute ago. I asked off camera why people say that certain differentials takes a little bit more horsepower, and you feel like the location of the pinion gear.
There's lots of articles all over the place about it, but on the 9-inch, the ring gear is intersected by the pinion way down at the bottom. Somehow that changes the curvature of the teeth, which causes more drag across the teeth. They say the 12 bolt draws less power, even a Dana 60, because the pinion's up closer to the center and the teeth aren't so curved, and I guess they wipe across each other easier. I don't know if it would be a measurable amount. Like if you put a 12 bolt in your car and you'd pick up a 10th, I don't know if you'd see that.